crisp fall morning meant perfect walking weather for the annual Down Syndrome Buddy Walk in downtown Boise. This year, more than 400 people came out for the cause. And as Fox 12's Rebecca Swart reports, the mission is to get the word out about what Down syndrome is and that it affects more people than you might think.
1, 2, 3, Buddy Walk!
With megaphone in hand and 5-year-old Patrick on his shoulders, George Taylor is leading a group of more than 400 strong in a crusade to raise money and awareness and to fight misconceptions about the condition known as Down syndrome.
People with Down syndrome are just another group of people that are a little bit different. They're more like us than not. And so, you don't have to be afraid of them.
Taylor's son Patrick was born with the chromosomal defect that causes problems with the way his body develops. People with Down syndrome have unique physical features like a flatter face, upward slanting eyes, and a somewhat larger tongue. They usually have some mental retardation and other medical problems like heart and lung defects. But despite their challenges, kids with Down syndrome can go to regular schools, make friends, and even get jobs when they're older.
Our expectation for Patrick is that, he's going to go to college just like his older brother, and if there are roadblocks to that, we'll work those when we get to it.
23-year-old Jeff Wilson recently moved into a place of his own with a roommate, and he works at an office 3 days a week. Jeff has mastered the public bus system and is even taking a class at Boise State. His mom, Brenda, says Jeff is just one example of how people with Down syndrome can live independently.
They're capable of pretty much everything that everybody else is, maybe to a lesser degree in some areas, maybe greater in other areas.
Although statistics vary, it's estimated that between 1 in 800 and 1 in 200 babies in this country are born with Down syndrome. There is no cure, but with the proper medical attention, these days people with the condition are living to be older than 50.
That's why the Treasure Valley Down Syndrome Association is working so hard to make sure families know the local resources that are available to them, so that kids like Patrick and others here can continue to brighten the lives of everyone around them.
The most common comment about children with Down syndrome is they are the most loving and, compassionate children and people that you could ever meet.
In Boise, Rebecca Swart, Fox 12 News at 9.
And doctors aren't sure exactly why the chromosomal problems happen to some babies, but the incidence of Down syndrome increases with the age the mother is when she gives birth. Now, if you'd like to get involved with the Treasure Valley Down Syndrome Association, you can check out our link on our website, fox12idaho.com.
Today, more than 500 people walked through downtown Boise to raise awareness about Down syndrome. This is the 4th annual Buddy Walk in the capital city, and it drew about 200 more walkers than last year's event. Many volunteers have family members and friends with Down syndrome and say this event is important to help change stereotypes about the condition.
I think people that haven't met someone that has Down syndrome just sees their differences or maybe a disability. And once people actually meet them and get to know them, they realize that they have talents and abilities, and they're remarkable people. I know.
Buddy Walks have been held all across the nation since 1995. The National Down Syndrome Society estimates there are about 350,000 people in the U.S. with the condition.
Nearly 400 people walked through downtown Boise in support of children and friends with Down syndrome. Today's 4th annual Buddy Walk started at Capitol Park, and participants walked to Julia Davis Park.
We just want the rest of the community to know that these people have abilities, and just because they're different doesn't mean that they shouldn't be included in everything that everybody else does.
The Treasure Valley Down Syndrome Association sponsored the event.